Now we're coming to our final electrical connection. We know that when we were here before, we ensured that we made our ground wire go through here, and that was just, bonded to the box, so that's secure if it gets wet or anything happens like that. And then we have the umbilical cord, which, they give you enough if you have to run to a further distance, but we don't. So we're going to cut that right about here. We're going to go back with our razor knife. And we're going to split this wire open just by taking our knife, running it down the sheeting very carefully. And then we're going to try to split that open. Sometimes you have to make a second pass to get into the sheeting. You'll see it opening it up this time. And you'll open it up, pull the conductors out. It should tear back pretty easily to the point where you're not going to have to wrestle with it too much. And we're going to cut our extra rubber off. And then on the rubber cording, they put strain relief in here. That's this string so that you don't stretch it. Okay, and then we're going to end up with the same condition we had with the ground wire and having to connect it using one of the grounding wire nuts in the same fashion. So we're going to cut that. We're going to trim this back. We're going to come to the grounding wire. We're going to kind of turn that over this so it has a starting point. We're going to take our green wire nut, bring it back to there, tighten that up, and you'll feel that gets secure, so then you know your ground wire is ready. On your white wires here, that's just your neutral, and they're not going to be interrupted, so you're just going to cut these off and pair them. You're going to just strip them back just about as much as the width of your clines. You take this, just give that a little bit of a turn on there. Start your wire nut, put that on there, twist that till you feel it become secure and tight. And then this one here, you can take this and just fold this into the back of the box. And then you have your two black wires and your ground. So what we can do with the ground is we can tuck that in there, and we'll hook the ground up to our disconnect, which is going to be our switch here. So we'll wrap the wire around there first. Yes, 6-1 or flathead, it's fine. And we'll tighten that up. Make that secure. Cut off the additional wire so when we fold it in the box, it doesn't get involved with the terminals on the other side. And we'll cut one here, strip that back, put a little loop in there. Hook that on here, pull it tight. Turn this down, get it secure. And then there's two ways of doing this. There's a trick to this. If you cut it a little long, and then you go here, and you just strip it so the conductor shows, then the rubber end keeps it from getting separated and you having a bunch of wires sticking out all over the box. So then you just wrap this over that screw and pull that tight, and you have a nice clean connection without the wires sticking out all over the box and perhaps shorting out on something else that wasn't intended to be. You can fold your ground wire back in, fold your two leads. Make sure that your off is up, or somewhere on this device it'll say top. And then we can go ahead and thread this into this J box. Yes. Yep. Thank you, Mark. make sure this stays centered right there and there. And then you have your outdoor waterproof cover, which says off and on. So if you turn that to the off position, this to the off position, and insert it directly on, you should not have any problems. It's easier just to start a couple of these and then come back and thread them all the way in. And then you should feel the action of the switch when you turn it up and down. You'll hear it click. And that'll conclude the electrical part.